What's up, guys? It's your boy Axel Red, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a simple trap beat using samples, or if you guys want to make your own melodies, you guys can do that too. So let's get right into it. So the first thing I usually start with is I usually try to come up with a melody, or if I can't come up with a melody, I just go through like sample packs. So right here I have a sample pack from Layback, the Serenade sample pack, and let's just go through some of these and see how see which ones I'm feeling right now. So we go. Now let's try this one. I feel like this one could be a really good one. So what you want to do is you see, if you don't see this right here, right, you click up here. Hold on, let me put this back to let me use a different theme actually. So we're gonna put it to the internet money scan real quick. So what you want to do is you want to click this button right here. If you don't see the file thing on the left side, right, so you take that and then you open your playlist by clicking this button right here. And then what you want to do is on some samples it has the tempo right here, and on some other ones you have to like figure out the tempo. So what we do is we take the tempo right here, which is 90 BPM. We will right click up here where it says tempo right here, and then right click it, and then there should be like different ones, or you can also just drag it down to 90 right there. And then what you want to do is you want to click on it and hold it, put it onto here. And then you want to go in and just make sure it is, hold on, make sure, yeah, you can just cut this off. Then you have a loop right here. And then, so in music, like things are calculated in bars, and so what you want to do is every 4 bar you can make a cut. So basically the melody changes every 4 bars, as you guys can see. Alright, so before you do this, right, you wanna, so if you don't see this thing right here, this is called a step sequencer. This is where basically we assemble all of the sounds, and you can delete this sampler one right here. And then what you want to do is you want to click this thing right here, and then go here to your mixer panel, and then click on the first channel, and then it says link selected channels to this track. And then what you want to do is you want to open the parametric EQ, parametric EQ2. And then what I like to do is I like to take this 20 hertz plus 18k hertz cut, and then I press play. And then what I basically do is I basically take out the bass until it feels, or until it basically sounds very boxy. So here it goes. And then you can also add another one to refine it more. I also like to take some of the higher frequencies, so like basically you get more space for the vocals. And then the final thing I like to do is I like to pull these down. You can also adjust these how you guys want. And then you can put like a reverb on, whatever you guys want. And then to make sure the volume is good, I put it, there's like a little volume right here. I don't know if in the new ones, I think in the new ones they have like a different area for the mono and the stereo knob, but in FL11 you just put it to all the way to the right, and it merges the audio signals into one, basically one audio thing, whatever. I don't know what the fuck the term is. So you click that, and then it's in mono. And then if you guys look right here, I like to put my volume for the melody at between 14 and 12. So I'm gonna push this all the way up, and then I'm gonna bring it down. That's pretty good. Alright, so now that we have like the main mixer or the melody mixed a little bit, what you want to do is you want to go on the master track, right? And then you see this, you have to, usually it's like this. You can also take this away, you don't need this, and then what I like to do is I like to throw a little soft clipper on there so it doesn't, the beat isn't way too loud. And after that you can just close the mixer, and then you go back to the playlist. And what you want to do is you want to, before, in the steps before, we cut these, the melody into 3 different parts. What you want to do is you want to click on this little wave symbol right here at the beginning of the audio clip, and you want to click make unique for each of them. That way you can like split them up, and you can like move them around, like you can just draw them wherever you want. So yeah, so now what you want to do is you want to arrange these into a little sequence. So we have an intro right here, like this. Shoot, my bad. So at the beginning of the song, you have an 8-bar intro. This is my basic, very basic progression, basically. And then you have the first part of the chorus, you have the second part of the chorus, and then you have the first part of the verse. So let me take one of these out. And then you have the, basically the pre-chorus or whatever. And then that basically repeats for the whole song. And then after that, after you make this little progression right here, you click this thing under the tempo, and you click pattern 1. And then after that, you can take it. It usually comes like this. So what you want to do is you want to drag it to 8 bars, and then you click on this, and you make sure you have the paintbrush on, and you drag it all the way until the end of the progression. So now we're basically ready to put the drums in. And before you do that, you want to make sure this is set to 16 or whatever you want. I don't really care. I like 16 because it just gives me enough space to, you know, move around. And then you have to press this button in FL11 so you guys can repeat the basically repeat the drums over and over again, so you don't have to draw all of them in. Alright, so now I'm gonna listen to the beat real quick, see what type of drums I'm feeling. I think I'm gonna use this one, Nick Mira 808. I think Nick Mira has like some of the best kits, like hands down. So we're gonna use this one. We're gonna start with the 808. And what I like to do with the 808 is first click on the channel, and then right click on the waveform of it, and then click edit. And then when you're here, you want to click this thing that says regions. So when I hover over this, it should say region right here. Click over here, and then you go down to detect pitch regions. And then whatever this number is, or this letter and number is, that's what you have to tune it to. So you can close this down, and then you go to instrument, and you got to make sure it's on the right note. So for this 808, it's already in the correct note, so we just leave it there, and we can start editing the 808 right here. And what I like to do is start at a higher octave, so we can basically tune it how we want. also, if you guys, some of you guys might have this issue right here. I'll show you. As you guys can see, some of the 808s are like overlapping. Also, do it. And what you want to do to correct that is basically come over here and click cut itself. That should basically stop that problem. Alright, so that's basically it for the 808s so far. We're gonna put it in line. Alright, next thing we want to do, or I like to do, is basically I'm gonna go to the claps and I'm just gonna look through some laps and try different ones out. For the 808s, I mean the kicks. So what I basically did right now was, hold on, give me 1 second. Alright, there we go. Alright, so basically what I did was, I started with the 808. And then what I did was, after that, I layered a clap on it. And I kind of made the clap a little bit louder because it was kind of quiet. So I have that, and then I put the hi-hats in, and I turned them down a little bit. And then after that, I layered it. I'll layer the 808s with some claps. And I made the 808s in I made the 808 and the kicks hit at different times for more bounce. I also move the velocity all the way up. The velocity you can control from this, and it's basically how hard the kick hits. So if I put the velocity like here, it's gonna be very quiet. But if I move the velocity velocity all the way up. The kick's gonna hit it way harder. And then for this part, the hi-hats, we're gonna do hi-hat rolls. So like basically what I like to do is like to select them. And then I do this. Then what I like to do is like to copy and paste it sometimes, so it's just quicker. Not to add little variations to it. And then after that, I like to layer the clap with a snare basically, so it has more more punch basically. Let's see. And then I just add more stuff. I just keep adding and adding more drums and percussions to just add more bounce to the beat overall. When I want the snare to hit even harder, I like to move it down one note, one or two notes maybe. So at this point, basically the beat is basically done, to be honest. All we have to do is basically mix the drums a little bit more and then basically arrange it. So what I like to do is I like to go from the 808 to the last drum, and then I take it and then go to the mixer and click on the track next to the main one, and then click link selected channels starting from this track. So you basically have your tracks right here. And then I like to go for the kick. I like to take the top part off, and then I like to do a 20 hertz. I don't do anything else, and then I put a soft clever on it. Then I make sure it's mono. I want to take kind of this clicky noise out too. basically what I did was I went throughout each drums one by one, and I basically when I did one, I turned the other one on next to it, and then I started comparing the volumes. And I try to make it sound as natural as possible, and make sure the rapper has enough space to rap over it. After that, we could take all these patterns off once we're done mixing, basically. And then we can go to pattern 1, click on this, and then right click it, and then click split by channel. So what that does is separates each of the sampler channels we had before, and it puts them in separate patterns, so it's easier to arrange later on. And then what you want to do is you want to click on each of them, and then press plus on your keyboard to go through them and put them down. Or what you can also do is you can manually click them in, just put them down. I think in the newer FL Studios you can do it way quicker than this, but I don't know, I like this. And then what you want to do is you want to oh shoot, then duplicate it, which is with Control B. So you select it, then you press Control B, and then Control Z is to undo. And if you want to undo more, you can press Control Alt Z. And then after this, you basically just lay it out and how the song would progress. I think for this song, this beat, I think since it's in 90 BPM, it's gonna be way shorter. Or because I'll show you guys. Alright, there we go. I think this will be better. Add more variations in the beat, what you can do is you can put either gross beat, I'll show you guys. So you can add this effect, and then you go to momentary and do half speed, and this is a very common technique used by a lot of producers. And then what you can do is to control when the gross beat comes into the beat and when it comes out, you can right click on this knob right here, and this basically controls how much of the track is being mixed with the effect. So right click on it and then click create automation clip, and then it basically pops up under all your tracks. And then what you want to do is you want to right click the point where you want to start it, and then right click all the way up. So when this dot is all the way at the bottom, it basically means that the automation clip is at 0%. And then when this is all the way to the top, this is at 100%. So if you started from here, it's going to fade all the way from here to 0%. So what I like to do is this. Yep, there we go. cut this open, and then all you have to do after the first few bars, you can just copy and paste it, and then add more variations. There you go. You guys can always pause and look and see what I'm doing, but to show you before, alright, there we go. Actually, there we go. And this is basically the complete beat without my tag and whatnot. But for the most part, this is basically all that goes into a beat, or Axel Red beat at least. This is a completed beat. You can turn the kick clock down a little bit. Tired. So yeah, that's basically it for this tutorial. And if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, be sure to leave them in the description below. Not description, the comment section below. And that's basically it for this video. And make sure you guys comment, subscribe, and like. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.